Welcome, Goober. Here's how to solo execute every site in CS2. Let's start with Ancient. For these executes in this video, I'm going to assume that at least one of the 4 teammates on your team can do this. I know it's tricky, especially for randoms, but let's operate under the assumption that they can, because throwing in exec, most of the time you're going to need 2 smokes, and for Ancient A Site, you need 2. Your first smoke, you're going to get into this corner, ask a teammate to drop you a smoke right here. You're going to smoke CT by aiming at this first kind of rectangular block right here. Left click jump throw. Then you're going to smoke donut. You're going to crouch, aim at this gap in this bush right here, where the bottom of this this triangular gap is. W jump throw while crouched. So crouch, W jump throw, you're still holding crouch. This is going to be your CT smoke, and then that one is your donut smoke that doesn't plume out and lets the CTs lurk through it. So after you've thrown your smokes, you can use your flashes to just flash through this gap within A main. You can just hold W and then just left click run throw while you're running. And then these flashes are going to get somewhat deep and blind people towards big box or towards Brokey right here. They're not the most amazing flashes. A Site Ancient isn't really a great execute site in general. It's more of a site that you want to either rush or pop, but these flashes are going to blind anybody playing big and will help your team as they run out A main. Next, let's talk about how to execute Ancient B Site. I'm going to show you 2 variations depending on if your team has cave control or not. If your team does have cave control, then you're going to want to smoke short and long, and how you do that is you get into this corner outside of B main. You see this kind of roundish shape in the middle of the top of the doorway. Aim for the top left of it and left click jump throw. That's your short smoke. For your long smoke, same exact spot. See these X's on the wall? There's this one in the middle that has a little gap next to the leaf. Aim just towards the top bit of that gap and left click jump throw. Now that's your short smoke. It goes nice and deep, but it still covers this cubby. And then your long smoke is really nice and tucked in. A lot of long smokes land out here, and those just provide lurk opportunities. So bang, short smoked, long is smoked. We have cave control, we have ramp control. We're going to play at default, and we're going to play for bomb. Alternatively, if your team does not have cave control and you still want to execute B, instead of smoking long, you want to take long. When you take B side on Ancient, you either want long control or you want cave control. If you don't have either, then you have very little space because you have sight and you have ramp, and that's kind of it. So if you don't have cave, then instead we're going to smoke cave and we're going to take long. How you do that, you get into this corner, you throw your short smoke just like last time, and then for your cave smoke, you see these squares, 1, 2, 3, 4. Aim at the second right side of it, left click jump throw. This is going to be your cave smoke. Boom, we have short smoked, we have cave smoked. Now we're going to go up ramp, we're going to clear through sight, and then we're going to take long. Bang, we have long space, and then we're going to plant on this side of the pillar. That way bomb is planted for both ramp and long, and then we're going to play the post plan out like that. After you throw those smokes, you can support your team with flashes by staying in the same corner. You're going to aim at the bottom tip of this rock right here, and then just W jump throw with your flashes. These are going to blind anybody right side pillar right here, along with anybody on the left side pillar and anybody playing close ramp. Before we move on to Anubis, thank you to Skins Monkey for sponsoring this video. Skins Monkey is a trusted automated CS2 trading site. It's super easy to use. All you have to do is pick something in your inventory, check how much it's worth, and then go get something new from the monkey. What's also super nice is the filters you can use to narrow down your searches. You can either use your skins to trade for new ones or deposit money with their 30% bonus offer. This becomes 35% when you use my code Wilson. Please use it. Using my code, you can also get up to $5 for free. Use my code Wilson, link is in the description. Thank you, Monkey. To execute A Site on Anubis, just have somebody drop you a smoke here in rugs. You're going to look at this bit of the wall right here, and then you're going to aim above the middle of this window and just left click through. This is your camp smoke, bonk, bonk. And then you're going to grab that smoke somebody dropped you. You're going to come down here onto this wood bit. And this one's a little tricky, but not that hard. I promise you. Aim at this blue triangle right here on the right side of the window. Left of the triangle, up into the design. So just right here. And then you're just going to run left click through the smoke. And this lands super fast, and it's going to fully smoke off heaven for you. After you throw your camp smoke and your heaven smoke, you can come here right where you threw your heaven smoke from. You see this text? There's this third kind of block to it. Aim at the bottom left of this and then W jump throw. This molly is going to molly cake and flush any sneaky little player out from cake, so then they have to fight you coming out of A main. Follow that up with a couple of flashes. I aim just where I aimed for the heaven smoke, and I crouch, left click, bang, bang. If anybody runs out from cams, they're going to get blinded by that. Anybody playing broken, they're going to be blinded by these as well. For B Site on Anubis, your first step is to go to twitch.tv/WilsonCS2 and to go follow me and then hang out in one of my streams and donate 1,000 gifted subs. And the second step is you're going to throw a left side smoke by coming into this corner right here outside of B main. You see these kind of half circles? You're going to aim at the third one, left click jump throw. This is your left side smoke. It lands right here. With this smoke, it's going to smoke off both CT/street and temple for your teammates who are coming out B main, so they don't have to worry about either. After you throw that smoke, you're going to follow it up with a molly that lands behind a pillar. You're going to aim at where this guy's pointing. So I see he points up into this gap. I aim just in between them right there in the shadow, left click jump throw. This is going to land outside a pillar, and anybody who's playing behind this will get flushed out and be forced to fight your players in B main. After you throw that molly, your first flash, you can aim at the bottom left here and just left click jump throw. And then your second flash, I aim in this gap right here where the leaves are and left click jump throw. The reason why you throw that first and that second is that this first one is going to blind your teammates as they come out. It pops right around here. So if your teammates come out and then they see it, they're going to get blinded. So you throw that one first before they're actually through B main. And then you throw the high one second because that one doesn't blind them. Moving on to dust, let's talk about A Site. I'm going to show you short smokes you can use to get onto A Site. Your first one, you're going to get into this corner here on short. You're going to aim where these wires meet the orange blue design right here. Left click throw. This is the one that lands on these jump up boxes. And then your second one, you're going to run over to this door right here, just right in the middle, aim at this splotch right above the window, left click throw, and that's your lurk smoke. So with these smokes, you're covered going up here, and then you have cover from elbow as well, so you can isolate these fights towards ramp and towards site. You can also throw mollies through these smokes. It can be a little tricky to see, but if you're back here and you see this telephone pole, that's a good guide for throwing a molly towards Goose. In terms of flashbangs, flashing into CT is never bad. You can also just high left your flashes over your teammates just in that direction. These aren't like amazing, but just throwing flashes behind your teammates, anybody playing default is going to get blinded by those or have to duck and dodge them. B Site dust, how to execute it. You're going to start outside of B tons. You're going to find this little piece of pavement, aim in the middle of it and stand here. You see the splotch right here that kind of sticks out. To the left of it, you're going to W jump throw with your smoke. Now, if you want to smoke window, right after you W jump throw, don't move. You can aim at the top of this splotch and jump and just left click jump throw. So bang, our door smoke's going to land outside of doors, so it doesn't provide any lurk opportunities. Boom, and then there's our window smoke up there. After you throw these, you can come into tunnels and then just shift walk, throw flashes through this gap right here. Alternatively, you can come up here and then aim towards the top of this bit. I am actually tired than that because I want the flashes to pop nice and high right here behind this wall. Both of those are really good. So smoke door, smoke window, double flash, you're chilling. On A Site Inferno, there's one smoke that's really important, and that's the moto smoke. To throw the moto smoke, you're going to start here in mid, get against this corner of the orange wall, and then you see this chimney and this bit of the roof. Aim in between them up to the line of this roof. So in between these two, up to that line, left click throw. It's pretty loosey-goosey. You don't have to worry about being super precise with it, but this is going to smoke off moto for you. So when your team is scaling up short, they don't have to worry about an op or rifler sitting there, and they can just hard clear sight. So you're going to throw your moto smoke. After you throw that, you can come up here and you can molly pit safely by getting against this fourth box right here. And then you're going to aim at the left side of this rock about here, run a little bit, and then jump throw. I ran a little too far. You can run less than that and still make it and not be exposed to pit at all. This is going to land in pit and flush any player out here, and then your team is just going to kill them. And then with your flashes, after you throw that molly, you can just aim at the tip of this building and left click throw. These flashes aren't going to blind your team as they scale up short. They will blind them once your team is far enough up that they're clearing here. But before that happens, your team is going to be scaling up short. People playing site are going to get blinded by these, along with anybody flushed out by your molly. They're swinging this way, bang, they get blinded by that flash as well. Let's move on to how to execute B Site. You're going to throw both smokes from this corner here in banana. The first one is a CT smoke. You can do this two ways. The lazy way is to throw it just a left click at the tip of this roof. This one is nice and easy, and it just lands in CT, no problem. If you want it to cover the boost in CT, you can left and right click, aim at this pipe where it meets the roof and the window, kind of bottom right of the pipe, and then W jump throw. It sounds like a lot, but it's actually really consistent. Left and right click, W jump throw at the bottom right of that pipe, and this is going to land on the boost and smoke off CT for you. For your coffin smoke, you're going to aim at the tip of this wood bit on car, aim to the left of it, then you're going to run and jump throw. Don't run too fast or else you're going to miss it and it's going to hit the wall, and then bang, this is a coffin smoke that lands super quickly. After you throw those smokes, you can molly new box by getting into this corner of car, aim at the left side of this bit of the drain pipe right here, and then just left click throw. This is going to land on the left side of new box and it's going to molly all of behind new box and flush CTs out. Right after you throw your new box molly, you can throw flashes by aiming at this light just up in the middle above the actual light bulb and left click throw. These flashes are going to pop behind first orange. And so let's say the CT was new box, you molly him out, then you throw that flash, they're going to get blinded by it, your team swings. Your team doesn't get blinded by these until they're all the way like out this way, but if they're still here behind first orange, they don't get blinded by them. Let's move on from Inferno and talk about how to execute A Site Mirage. If you want to exec A, you're going to drop your smoke up here and you're going to say, hey buddy, pass me a smoke, and your teammate's going to give you a smoke. My teammate's imaginary, just like all of my friends are. You're going to take these smokes, you're going to drop one up there, and then you're going to grab the other one, and you're going to get into this corner. Now, once you're in this corner, you're going to throw your jungle smoke by aiming at this block, top middle of it, left click throw, and then your stairs smoke, you see this wispy black hook right here. You're going to aim kind of at the tip of that hook and you're going to left and right click jump throw. That's your stairs smoke. So boom, you have jungle, and then bing, 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 there's stairs. After you throw those smokes, if you want to flash your teammates out close ramp, you can left and right click, just aim kind of in between this thing and this thing on the left side of this pillar. So just like right around here, left and right click jump throw. This is essentially the same thing as a lamp flash. And it's just going to pop, bang, and blind anybody who's playing close ramp right here. Now, after you flash for your team to get out ramp, you can use your molly in a couple useful ways. Number one is mollying bench, right? Prevent CTs from swinging out this way. If there's a CT under balk, you can aim at the left side of this wood bit, really anywhere on ramp, and then molly under balk and force them out. Or if your team has taken site, you can molly jungle, you aim just in this general direction from the left side of Apex here, and then that's going to be a deep jungle molly. For our B execute, you're going to throw your util from this corner right here. You're going to smoke mark it first. You aim up at the corner of this, and then not right at the corner, just to the right of it, left click jump throw. This smoke is going to land in window, which then doesn't allow CTs any lurk opportunities through it. Bang. There's still obviously a little bit, but you can't get a very perfect one from the corner. The second one you're going to throw is short. Same corner, left and right click. There's this kind of stain on the left side of this building. You're going to aim just to the left of that and then jump throw left and right click. This is going to bounce against this wall and then land right here. So if a CT early round was up short fighting mid, they come back B, they're smoked off. They can't really do anything to help unless they want to push through it, and that's an easy kill for you guys if they do that. After you throw those smokes, you want to flash your team out, so you're going to aim just around the bottom of this window and then a left click jump throw. If you want to blind anybody sitting short, you can shift walk and just aim up high this way, and then these will land shallower and blind short players. But for the most part, you should be throwing these deep ones, especially if you smoke short. I would only throw the deep ones. Once you're up into apps, depending on how your team did on B, and if they did pretty well, then you can molly empty by shift walk throwing a molly at this kind of brick part of the wall. And this is going to prevent rotates from being able to come out door comfortably, because if they do want to come out door, okay, now they have no cover to use. Nuke executes are a little weird, but if you want to execute A Site, you can come up the ladder onto T roof, sit on the right side of the ladder right here. With your smoke, you're going to aim in between this silo and these pipes right here. Once your crosshair's right here, you're going to run forward and then jump throw before your crosshair hits the edge of the building. This is going to bounce off of that big silo and land right in heaven. After you throw that smoke, come back to the middle of the ladder right here. Make sure this left window is broken. You should do this in spawn before you come up to T-roof. And then you're going to aim right here. The way I think about it is that this middle bit of the window, right, goes down this way. And then I aim one to the left because there's these little lines right here, right? Middle bit of the window goes all the way down, one to the left. And then there's like kind of a dotted line that goes horizontally. So this line down, one to the left on that dotted line, run forward, jump throw. And then that's your top up molly, and then you can throw flashes with that exact same lineup. Bang, 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 bang. So boom, we have top hat mollied, we have Tetris mollied. Flashes are going to pop up here, then anybody kind of on the rafters, they're gonna get blinded. I will say, for the most part, the most important smoke on an A exec or A pop is a smoke into mini. So if you're throwing the heaven smoke, ask somebody to smoke mini. But if nobody else has a smoke, or if you want to be like the only person throwing util, it's kind of better for you to smoke midi and then molly CT vent, and then you can throw flashes behind at CT vent too. That way, when you're scaling out door, anybody fighting from sight gets blinded by these flashes that pop up behind the vent, and then you guys can just pop through door like that and take site. B site on Nuke isn't typically like executed in pugs. It's more so just taken through ramp or through secret. But what's important to know is how to keep control of it once you take it via ramp. And the way you do that is when you come ramp and you get a kill and then you want to go down B, you go to the left door, not the right, go to the left. So then that way you pull a smoke out and you can smoke single. After you smoke single, you want to break the glass and then you're going to molly into double. That way, any rotates are going to be cut off by utility, right? If they go down vent, come single, they're smoked off, they can't fight. If they come down vent or secret and they want to go double, they're going to be mollied here and they're cut off and they can't fight. You can get bomb down right safely because single smoked, doubles mollied, get bomb down, and then you guys can play the post plant from there. If you want to execute A site on train, have somebody drop you a smoke right here behind the second yellow thing. You're going to left click throw at the corner of this building. This is your gap smoke, and then you can throw a Z smoke by aiming. You see this line right here on the roof? You aim where it meets this horizontal line. So right here, left click jump throw. You have your gap / camera smoke, and then boom, you have your Z smoke landing here. And that's what it looks like. Once you throw those smokes, you want to come up here, ask your teammates to drop you flashes here, and then you want to throw flashes over the roof. I typically aim kind of wherever I am. I'll aim towards the top of this A sign. The more horizontal you are, the deeper you can throw these flashes because they're not going to blind your teammates. But if you're like here and you're just like hucking these flashes, these are going to blind your teammates. So what you can do is line it up where the sign is below this light, left click jump throw. And then once your team is kind of out a little bit more, then you can add a shift walk to it and get that flash a bit deeper. To execute B site on train, you're going to find yourself an upper, come up to this vent and slam your head into the middle of it right here. Look upwards. There's this window. Go to the left side of it, right about in the middle of the left side, left click jump throw. That's your Z smoke. After you throw that, you can come over to this pillar. There's this little white dot right here. You see it? Go to the right of it and then take one step and a left click run jump throw your molly. This is going to molly outside of the smoke and prevent any CTs from rotating into B. After you throw that molly, you can just aim at that white dot and left and right click jump throw flashes. These aren't going to blind your teammates as they run out, but it will blind any CTs playing anywhere close to the lower entrance. Goober, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm currently working on an ancient video similar to that giant Mirage video I made, so look out for that. Please go follow me on Twitch, and thank you to my channel members who are scrolling on by. You guys are awesome and allow me to be a goober on the internet. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a good day. Peace out.